your attorney might bring to the table, it's what they're going to decide no matter what. And I think they were unfair. I really think they were unfair by giving Ryan all this. But again, I think they just wanted to make it an example of, with Ryan because of his popularity. So, hey, screw them. I mean, what can you do?
Or even
You
if
accept it.
Henry, even if they wanted to make it an example, you still have the rules and procedures that they got to abide by, and they did not abide by their own rules.
I love what you're saying.
It's just, but now I'm moving on to the topic because this is done with. It doesn't matter whatever we say now. This case is closed. What is the family unit doing for Ryan Garcia with his erratic behavior? Because let's be honest, the young man is not acting normal. Well, just like I don't know how to even put it. He's acting erratic, and even though he's going through a lot of stuff, trust me, I think all of us here on this panel have been through hell and back in our lives. But he's lashing out in every way possible, where I think is detrimental to himself, and it becomes worrisome because he is a young man and he lives in this social media world that everything is so damn important to them, whatever they say out there and how everybody's thinking, and so these young men are raised differently than most of us here on this panel and above, as yourself, Henry. I really think that he has too many yes men leeching off of him at this moment, and they're just taking advantage of anything and do whatever he wants and how he wants it, whatever feels good to him and however he wants it done. Everybody's saying yes to him and makes it, and there's nobody. I don't know, an alpha that has nothing to gain. Look, man, this is how it is, and this is what we need to do.
I respect you as
we're shit.
I respect you as
that in his life, and I think it's important that as a family unit, you're the Garcias. You guys need to come up with a plan to help this young man more in depth. Because
I couldn't.
The life of the rich and famous. We've seen it all before. It's not only about it's in everything, and in the entertainment world, burn out and they burn out bad.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you anymore. I mean, you're right on the money on everything you're saying, and I appreciate that because I feel the same way. There's got to be a solution to help him because there's too many yes people around him, and since there's that many, they keep. I feel that they're keeping him away from even me because I haven't been able to speak to him in 2 weeks, and I'm his father. You know what I mean? So, having said that, I'm concerned, because I know that he needs help. I know that he needs help, and that's the truth.
So that's your plan, Henry.
The plan is
to be listening to you, who can get around him, who are not going to for his money.
Wait a minute.
People are good men out there, just like there's bad men. There's good men too.
What were you going to say?
No. I agree with you on that. I totally agree. But here's the thing. Here's the problem that I'm faced with, and I'll tell you the answer because I got to go. But here's the answer. As much as I want to go out there and strangle the people that are with him, I can't because ultimately it's still Ryan's decision. Ryan himself is the only one that can help himself because if he doesn't, I'm afraid that he could self-destruct. And I'm saying this truthfully. And I want my son to call me. I want him to listen to me, and I can give him the best advice is that come back to your family, get away from all that scene. You have time now to relax and regroup and come back stronger than ever. That's it.
Last question, guys.
We'll get this message out some way or another through social media, and we'll do what we can. I got one last question for Mr. I got one too. Sir, my main question for you is that in a perfect world, what plan could you see moving forward, with your son to help get him on track? Because nobody really knows your son better than you do, and
Right.
I know you've been pondering over some kind of plan to get him back on track, to get him refocused. Do you have any idea?
Right. Well, the plan is to have faith, continue to have faith, because God is the only one that can help him at this point. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you when I say that, because no human being that I could say out there that really wants to help Ryan. They do want to help him, but not wholeheartedly, because, like you said, they can take advantage of him. There's too many of the yes men out there, and there's also liquor out there that's available to him. So the only one that can take that away is God. That's it. That's the answer.
I got one last question. Thank you, sir.
Nuke, your last question?
I got one last question, if you don't mind. You hear me clear right now?
Yep.
What I was asking was, if y'all felt like you had a good fight, why did y'all cop to it? Why did y'all take a plea agreement to the year off and the 1.1 million if he felt like he had a fight? He couldn't prove option out of the system. Henry's not totally involved with the team, as you just heard. He hasn't spoken to his son in 2 weeks, so it's hard to get that information on his part. Henry, I have one last question. Are you aware of any group affiliation that's surrounding your son? Is there a religious group hanging around him, or anything of the sort that is possibly misguided?
No, I can honestly say no. That part I do know, that there's nothing out there like that. There was this one man, but I had to push him aside because they're like wolves in sheep's clothing. There's a lot of people out there, so you got to be careful. Anyways, guys, I gotta go, man. I love you guys, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming on, Henry.
And again, our prayers to
Appreciate you.
the listeners at home.
Thank you for your prayers.